the... Oh my gosh, dude, I freaking missed it. I missed it. I heard it, but I missed it. What happened, dude?
I just forgot the brake.
Did you loop? All right, I grabbed keys. I'm bringing the baby with me. We're gonna go pick up Yuwon. He's at the lot with his busted down bike. This little dude is on his first moto pickup with us. First moto pickup. Gracias. All right, love you.
Thank you.
Our Yuwon will be there in about 15 minutes. Poor Yuwon, man, stranded. Load up his bike and drop it off at his house. The price you pay to have fun. I swear, every time Yuwon and I get together, something like this happens. Either I break his bike or he breaks his bike. Oh, you hit 12 o'clock, man. Yeah. Nice. Time we go out, either I break your bike or you break your bike, man. She ain't going anywhere. It actually fits. Yeah, perfect. Alright, you guys, John's Moto Garage. Here I am with Yuwon, and he's got his Grom, I've got my Grom. Yuwon's been at it for like a month or so on the wheelie game. Yeah, a month or two. Not super consistent. I have to get on him to go practice, but we're gonna do a 2-month update video more or less. I never posted the original video though.
Yeah, you can just do like a whole series thing.
Yeah, he's been at it like a month. A while back we did a session. This is only our second time coming out here. Anyway, we're at the wheelie spot and we're just gonna have some fun trying to do some wheelies. So let's do it. The key with the wheelie is seat time. There's just no two ways about it. You have to put in the work. Got a big fat rock right here. I don't want to run into that. That's way better than where you were before.
I just have to get used to that like falling back feeling.
Yeah. What's your usage with the rear brake?
I honestly, it's like, I'm more used to the throttle right now, but I keep my foot on there just in case, and then when I feel like, whoa, that's when I step on it.
So you are using it?
Yeah.
Nice,
Yeah.
okay. As long as you use it. Everybody's different. Some people ride the brake, like that's how I do it. Other people only use it as like a last save. Gotta slow this one down. Way too fast, bro. Way too fast. Yeah, woo! Now the problem with this spot for practicing is it's a little uneven. So a lot of people say you can't do wheelies on a stock Honda Grom setup, but here's proof that you can pull it off. He's on his stock Honda Grom. No upgraded clutch, no exhaust, no handlebars. Just the Honda Grom in its pure stock form. Yeah, there you go.
Did I have more room on that one to go even more back?
Yeah, let me get a couple on my phone and then I'll show you.
Okay.
You got plenty of room. You're up there, but you got a lot of room still. All right, so right now what we're doing is I'm gonna film him doing a few. I recommend everybody do this. Have somebody film you practicing, because then you can see how you're doing. Because what always happens here, do a couple more. I missed your first one, was the best, and I missed it because when it feels like you're super far back, odds are you've got plenty of room to go still. Can't perform under pressure, man, because he's still got a ways to go. He's got a ways to go, but
have way more room, huh? I can go way higher.
Yeah, you got a lot of room. So here's why I like to use the rear brake, is because like the difference between where you're at and looping, or where you're at and balance point, isn't a whole lot. It's a little bit more throttle, a little bit farther up, you know. It's not a big difference. Like, practice a few times. Pretty much as soon as the bike comes up in the air, try to feather that rear brake. Not enough where it brings the wheel down, but enough where you can kind of like feel it slowing the bike down. Like, it seems super counterintuitive because you're not usually gonna apply the rear brake with the gas still on. You know, usually you let off the gas and then apply the brake. But in this case, you're almost like riding the brake. I mean, that is what you're doing.
So when I bring it up, like, should I just keep the throttle like this, or should I just like let it go just a tad?
So what I do is I come up on it. I'm on the rear brake, and I'm kind of accelerating through the rear brake, and then as soon as I get to that good sweet spot, then I come off the gas a little bit. And I still modulate the gas some, because I got to your point and then I kind of plateaued, you know. You get to that point, you're like consistent,
like 2 weeks now.
Like, you're consistently bringing it up high, but you're like running out of gas and chasing it out, and you're not going farther up, and it's kind of like you plateau for a minute. What got me through that plateau was figuring out how to rely on the rear brake, basically. Like, it's hard to explain, but it is. I remember I was bringing the front wheel up, I would apply the rear brake, and I would just slowly be able to bring it higher and higher and higher and higher. Yeah, try it, see if it works. If it doesn't, you know, just mess around. But that wouldn't be good. Yeah, it's really hard trying to like articulate it, you know, trying to explain it. So now what I'm trying to have him do is use that rear brake while he's in the wheelie. Now, I know there's different schools of thought with this. Some people, when they're learning to wheelie, or when they do wheelies, it's all throttle control, and they only use the rear brake as a saving grace if they're gonna loop. But most of the people who I watch are using that wheelie. That was a good one.
Feels weird. I don't know. I keep tilting to the left.
Yeah, the problem is, you'll note this kind of slides down. I mean, we can explore if you want to see if there's other spots.
Yeah, I don't mind.
But let's ride here for like 5-10 minutes, and we'll go look for some other spots. The way I like to do it is, as the wheel's coming up, I'm already feathering that rear brake, and then I'm kind of there he goes. So I'm riding the rear brake and almost throttling through. So you keep your throttle open and you're using the rear brake to control the height of the wheel, as opposed to your throttle modulation. And then as you get better, you use the rear brake less, and you know, you're finer, your throttle movement is better. But it just takes time. Just takes time. Yeah, I forgot this place. That's the one thing that sucks about this spot. You seem to be doing better at going that way. Let's do like 2 more and then we'll get out of here. Yeah, this is not like an ideal spot to learn, but this is where I learned because it was the only spot I had, bro. Back when I was a youngin' learning how to ride, this was the only spot I had. You know, you work with what you have. Yuwon's a millennial. He's a spoiled millennial. He wants the latest and the greatest. Just being sarcastic. There you go. Now, once he gets comfortable bringing it higher and higher, what I'm going to have him do is what's called a balance point drill. That's what I'm calling it right now. It's basically where you try to get up to balance point and bring it down. Up to balance point, bring it down. So you're no longer focusing at all on distance. Which I know when you first start the wheelie, it's all about distance, right? You just want to go further and farther, but you're going to get to a point where you have to forget about distance, and all you want to worry about is front wheel height. And so you're going to do these drills where you go all the way up, all the way down, bring it up, bring it down, over and over and over again. And what you're going to find is, as you get comfortable bringing that wheel higher and higher, and you're getting closer to balance point, then the distance is gonna come naturally. You want to find another spot?
Yeah.
All right, let's find another spot.
It's completely throwing me off.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna go find another spot. Better get our backpacks. Hold on. Hey, you should try them, dude. It's fun.
How do you do it?
So to start, you're just gonna come to a complete stop, foot down, turn the bars all the way, lean the bike over, and you just gotta dump the throttle, and then stop. That's how you'll start it, and then you just get comfortable from there. Hey, the key is you want to get your bike leaned over so that you're like minimal tire, and then it's going to be high revs. There you go. Yeah, woo. Hey, pretty fun, huh, dude?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I remember when I was like focused on the wheelie game, and that's all I wanted to do. And then you get a decent handle on the wheelie, and all of a sudden you want to learn stoppies, and you want to learn drifts and donuts and all that stuff. That was sketchy. Oh, I'm telling you, man, this suspension is the worst. I hope that 5.0 doesn't come follow us. I just making sure that cop wasn't gonna yeah, follow me. I have one spot we might be able to get like 10 minutes in. I was gonna say here, but now that I'm here, it doesn't look that good.
Yeah, I kind of feel bad with the church.
Hey, how's work been, man?
Same.
Is their pay pretty competitive over there?
Yeah, it's like...
All right, we're gonna mess around here for a little bit. We had to search far and wide for another spot. I'm gonna practice some stoppies. Yuwon, I think, is gonna work on his wheelie game. And we'll see how long we can get away with riding here. Probably not too long. Hey, I saw a couple there that looked pretty good, dude.
Yeah.
How's it feeling?
I'm trying to focus on the brakes more.
Nice. That was a good one. I can tell he's starting to kind of get the feel for it. Once he can learn to use that back brake and let the back brake work for him, then he'll be good to go. Is this even recording anymore? What is this over here? A stool. Hey, they're looking good, man.
Yeah, feeling much better now.
There he goes. Oh. What the? Oh my gosh, dude. I freaking missed it. I missed it. I heard it, but I missed it. What happened, dude?
I just forgot the brakes.
Did you loop?
Yeah.
Did you get on film?
I don't think so.
You're not recording?
No.
Oh, dude.
Oh, that hurt. Let's see if it starts. It doesn't start.
Hold on. Yeah, you bent this in. It's... Yeah, because it'll start and...
Yeah, because...
Oh, yeah. So that... The price you pay for having fun. We finally found a good wheelie spot. And we were starting to get warmed up, and then next thing I know, Yuwon looped his bike, and he wasn't running his GoPro. I had my GoPro running, but I wasn't like, I was out doing my own thing. So he did not get it on GoPro. Freaking punk, man. That would have been my viral hit, guaranteed, because I've never seen another video of somebody looping a Honda Grom, ever. So anyway, I'm gonna run back to my house, grab the truck, and we'll get back over here and see if we can get his bike back up and running. All right, so there you have it again. Unfortunately, I did not get the crash on film, but right as I looked back, I saw him looping the bike, and he ended up bending basically the entire rear set on that left side, so much so that he was unable to shift the bike, and it screwed up the kickstand, the little piece that, like the little safety switch, so if you're in gear and you put the kickstand down, it'll automatically shut off the bike. Somehow that got busted up, so the bike was basically inoperable. He wasn't able to ride it back to his house, all from just a little loop on the Grom. And you quickly realize, just taking a look at these bikes, like this stuff here, that is not thick. If anything, I mean, this almost feels like plastic. But even the metal aluminum parts are not very hardy. So what happens, you can go down once, in addition to bending all this, which causes issues. You could break through the crankcase covers, and you're just going to be, for one, ruining your session, for two, costing yourself a lot of extra money. So I think it is definitely a worthwhile investment to get the sub cage for these bikes. Get one, get it installed, that way you just don't have to worry about it. And it was a bummer because we were having a good session, and you know, of course, once somebody goes down, especially when the bike can't be ridden afterwards, it's a bummer, it's a drag. So anyway, learn from our experience. Do as I say, not as I do, and get yourself a dang sub cage for your Honda Grom. Luckily, Yuwon is okay. He didn't get too badly hurt, but the bike is going to be out of commission until he gets that set up again. John's Moto Garage. Like and subscribe if you dig it. We'll hit you on the next one. Most famous.